What's going on, guys? So I've been in the market for a hedge trimmer for a while now, and I finally pulled the trigger on this cheap one the other day. So when you're looking at hedge trimmers, you really have let's say you have three different options. You have a gas-powered hedge trimmer, you have a battery-operated hedge trimmer, and you have a corded hedge trimmer. So let's start with a gas hedge trimmer. Gas hedge trimmer, of course, you mix up the fuel. It's an oil and gas mix. And the nice thing about those is you can pick them up and you can go wherever you want, and when you run out of fuel, just fill it back up and you're good to go. So some of the downfalls with a gas hedge trimmer is, of course, you need to pay for the gas, which of course you're going to have to pay for the fuel in all three types anyway. So you're going to have to pay for the gas and oil. They're noisy. They're a lot more noisy in my opinion than say an electric or battery operated hedge trimmer. What else? You also have the emissions, and the emissions was the big reason why I decided to go electric. I was a professional landscaper for about 6 years, and one of the things I hated most about landscaping was breathing in the emissions because, with these small engines on backpack blowers, weed whackers, hedge trimmers, and even some lawnmowers, I think most lawnmowers actually, they don't have to have the same emission cleaning systems as cars do, so you're going to be breathing in some emissions which are not good for you, so that's why I decided to go with electric. And then you also have the battery operated type hedge trimmers, and there's many different options out there. I haven't tried them. They're a bit more expensive than the corded hedge trimmers, so that's why I kind of decided to go with the corded. But again, the nice thing with battery is you can literally pick it up and just go wherever you need to. The limitations with the corded is you can go as far as the cord will reach. So I have a couple extension cords, and I'm pretty much going to be able to get to wherever I need to get to on the property with this. So that's why I chose this. Now, this is the Snow Joe 22-inch 3.5 amp electric hedge trimmer. I got it for $30 on Amazon. Part of the reason why I decided to pull the trigger on it now is because I'm not looking to spend a whole lot of money. I can't really afford I can't really afford, but I don't really want to spend a whole lot of money on a hedge trimmer right now, and with the way the economy is going and Trump's threatening all these tariffs on foreign goods, I figured now was a good time to get this before it gets taxed out the roof. So it's $30 comparatively. You get other electric hedge trimmers out there that go anywhere between $80 to $40. I was at Home Depot the other day. A 22-inch hedge trimmer corded like this was like $60 from Black & Decker, which it's double the price. So in Amazon, shipped right to your door. So enough talking. Let's get the unboxing here and see what we have in here. Out the box, it's plasticky. I like that they do include a guard. The blades are not razor sharp, although I don't believe that they need to be. Overall seems like a decent quality tool for $30. They include an instruction manual, warranty information, which I believe the warranty with this thing was 2 years. So that was also part of the reason why I decided to purchase it. I mean, a 2-year warranty for $30, I thought that was pretty good. Oh, so this is actually pretty cool. So if I review their product online, I get a $20 gift card. So I'm killing two birds with one stone here. So yeah, let's take this guard off. I mean, overall, it seems like it's pretty decent quality. So the main shaft that comes out, or well, not the actual shaft, but this C channel that kind of supports the blades, that appears to be steel. It's not plastic. The blades, they seem like they've been well manufactured. I don't really see, I do not see any gap between the blades and down the road where you really use a hedge trimmer and these blades start to separate a little bit. That's when they start not to cut as well. So that's something to watch out for, but with a 2-year warranty, I'm not too concerned. Don't really have too much more to say about it. Feels comfortable in the hand. They have this safety mechanism right here, so I believe you need to hold down this bar on the handle and then pull the trigger in order for it to operate, and that kind of reduces the chance of somebody sticking their hand out and getting their fingers pinched off. A hedge trimmer may or may not have got me in the leg one time, and I may have needed stitches, but let's not talk about that. Alright, so I'm going to unplug the lighting, and we're going to plug in this bad boy real quick, and we'll see how loud it is. Alright, so it's kind of loud, but it's not super loud. When I do go outside in a minute to operate this thing, I am going to wear hearing protectors just to protect my ears because I believe it's a little bit louder than the safe limit of what you want to listen to. So without further ado, let's take this thing outside and get to cutting. Okay, so these bushes should be a pretty good test for this hedge trimmer. So I like to keep about a 3-foot distance between that fence line and the bushes. I like to keep just a nice straight row of hedges. But unfortunately over the winter we got a good bit of heavy snow and that caused these bushes to collapse over the fence, so they need to be trimmed back. So I got me a helper today, and she can do some of the cutting while I sit back and relax. This is kind of nice. Alright, so it's the following day, and yesterday we put this electric hedge trimmer through a pretty good test, I'd say. We were definitely trying to go through some thick stuff, and as you could see from the videos, about the limit of this thing is branches that are 3/8 inch thick. And when I say branches, I don't mean tree branches, I mean like branches from hedges. So anything bigger than 3/8 inch, this thing really won't cut through it. It'd be better to take a pair of loppers and cut through that thicker stuff. But where I feel this hedge trimmer really excels is when you're just dealing with basic, hedges, small bushes that you just got to trim up. I like that it's quiet. I like that it's electric. And there's no emissions or anything like that. So I mean, also, I feel like there's just a little bit more to be desired with the sharpness of these cutting teeth, which they aren't razor sharp out of the box. I mean, they feel about as sharp as they were when we took this thing out of the box. But it looks very simple to sharpen these if you have the patience, which of course I'm going to be doing in the future. And I'm quite certain that, after I sharpen this thing, then it's going to be cutting well. Another quick thing that I'd like to note upon is, again, we were trying to cut through some pretty thick stuff out there. And something that I was really trying to keep a close eye on was if there was any separation between the cutter bars. But looking from this right now, I see no separation. It looks exactly like it did when we took it out of the box. I think that's partially in part because you have bolts about every maybe every 4.5 inches. So that definitely helps keep these bars together. So overall impression, I think it's a good tool. I think it's a good value. If you want to buy it, it'd be best to buy it before Trump starts throwing all these taxes on these Chinese goods. And then we're going to have to start buying American, which I'm not really complaining about that too much. But it is nice to get a little deal like this. But we'll be paying for quality. So overall, I'd give this 4 out of 5 stars. I'll leave a link for this product in the description below, and if you're thinking about purchasing it, I'd appreciate it if you click that link down low in the description because I make a very small commission from that, and that just helps me pay for camera equipment. That's it. That's the end of this video right about now.